Welcome back to the Women's Spirit Retreat. You are about to be wowed and opened and awakened by the naked truth. The Women's Spirit Retreat online is the path of awakening for your heart and your soul. My name is Elizabeth Ocean, and I'm so happy to be here with you all as our speakers share both their vulnerable stories and their wisdom that's going to help you all on the path of awakening. So I am so excited to bring Vireo Karvonen up here. The pleasure coach Vireo is coming up to the stage next. Vireo, yes, so good. I'm so happy to have you here. You look beautiful like a goddess blowing in the wind. How are you feeling?
Well, now that I have my fan on, I'm hot, but I'm chilled.
I love
Hmm.
this, hot but chilled. And I'm sure Vireo will recognize it, but she lives in the woods. So if her video looks just a little bit like fuzzy, that's why, everybody. And she'll talk to you about that as well, like where she's living. It's pretty incredible. Vireo, how are you enjoying the event so far?
Oh my gosh, I think I've cried with every single speaker and just taken away so much wisdom. And I mean, a lot of these women, I've been hanging out with them for the last 3 months, and yet still I got to know them even deeper, every single one of them, including Marissa, who is my roommate. She's amazing.
Yeah, we get to know each other through our stories and our teachings. And that's what's so powerful about this event. And Vireo, I am so thrilled and so honored and also very excited for your talk because it is something that is different for people to talk about publicly. And it's so necessary. And in groups of women, when we start talking about what you're going to be talking about, it cracks something open and makes us feel all so much more comfortable. So everybody, the naked truth. Vireo is going to be speaking to us about some stuff that is going to be so special. So let me introduce Vireo. I'll hand the stage over to her and we'll get going. So Vireo is so gifted at bringing sacredness and safety blended with lightness and fun to an often taboo subject of sexuality. And she does. She brings so much fun and so much lightness to it. I know this personally. She is the creatrix of the Pleasure Program. How many of you like the sounds of that? Put P in the comments down below. Her clients call her the Shame Buster. So everybody, the naked truth with Pleasure Coach Vireo. Let's give her an unmuted round of applause.
Woo, woo,
Woo,
woo,
so excited.
Vireo.
Woo. So happy to have you on.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woo,
Yay, Vireo.
woo. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. You've already heard it's going to be around the subject of sexuality. So make sure you take care of yourself. If this is already like a triggering subject for you, I am going to be sharing some things that are around sexuality and trauma. So if that's not for you, I won't take it personal if you're like, I'm going to bow out right now, or make sure you've got support when you're listening. Just if that, because I know for some people it's a big thing. So let's just take a breath into that. And if I turn to the fan every once in a while, it's just to cool down here. So yeah, my internet, I live in a cabin in the middle of nowhere. I went skinny dipping this morning and just before my call here to get ready. So how many of you have seen the movie When Harry Met Sally? And do you remember the Meg Ryan scene? I'm going to help you in case you forget. Put O in the chat if you remember it. She fakes an orgasm to make a point. Oh, 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 oh. And then in the restaurant, people start saying, we want what she's having. So, and we've got a couple of people unmuted. If you don't mind muting yourself, that would be super sweet. Although I do love the chuckle. That was delightful. So, if you have ever faked an orgasm or felt like maybe you just wanted sex to end, so you pretended you were having more pleasure than you did, or you tolerated dissatisfying sex, just put the word sex in the comments if you can relate at all, that you might have had a reason, maybe just like Meg Ryan, to fake it. Yeah, I'm seeing sex, 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 sex in the I always wanted to ask people to type that word in. So it's super fun. So I just want to let you know you are not alone. And whether you're single, divorced, married, doesn't matter. you have a female body, then you are in the right place. And I'm so, so super excited to be sharing with you the naked truth, 3 sex myths that every woman deserves to know. And one of the first things I'm going to be sharing with you is I'm going to blow a myth up that is actually blocking you from dissatisfied sex. And then the second thing is I'm going to blow another myth about sex and aging that actually might shock you. And then the third myth that I'm going to bust with you is going to allow you to actually reclaim your power of your sexuality and maybe even redefine sex because it's not what you think it is. Do I have your permission? Give me yes in the chat to tell a little bit about myself and my own personal story. I'm just going to make sure I am where I want to be. So I am Vireo. Sounds like Cheerio, but with V like vulva and vagina. Yes, I am a pleasure coach, sacred sexuality coach. I have a master's in education. I have 15 years of teaching in the public school system. I survived that. I have 17 years of working with women around body love and body image. And I am 62 years young. I look and feel younger than I did at 40, and pleasure is a big part of that. I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm a 2-time best-selling author, and I want to tell you, my life is pretty orgasmic and ecstatic, and it has definitely not always been this way. So I'm going to get super vulnerable with you here. At 10 years old, I was sexually assaulted. And I learned in order to survive that, to disassociate from my body, to disconnect. And that robbed me of years, decades of my life where I wasn't here in this body. I went from unhealthy to unhealthy relationship. I had a 17-year marriage that would have been labeled as sexless. When we did have sex, it was for about 11 minutes. And I don't know about you, but I'm not even warmed up at 11 minutes. And when my husband was snoring, I would lay beside him and I would put my hand under the covers and I would masturbate. And I can't even call it self-pleasuring because it was completely devoid of pleasure. I was so disconnected from my body. It was shame-filled, and I just was trying to take the edge off of my body. I chose to end that marriage for reasons that are beyond sex. And I actually don't have a tissue, so I'm going to use this towel to wipe my nose. So glad I had that. But I realized that I had to change. I realized that my whole life, I had been putting and giving the power and the responsibility of my happiness. Yeah, even my orgasm to the men in my life. I was fucking done with that. I want you just to put R in the chat if you can relate to any of what I'm laying down here. If you've ever been a woman who's been feeling dissatisfied, disconnected. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot. Relate, relate, relate. I devoted the next 13 months to get to know this body, my pleasure, my orgasm. And I stopped depending on a man for my orgasm. And what I didn't tell you is now in my life, I am a multi-orgasmic, badass superpower woman because I know how to turn myself on and stay tuned in. And that's why I'm here. And I want that for you. So even if you didn't lay beside another masturbating and feel shame, if you've ever felt disconnected from your body or ever had dissatisfying sex, I want to tell you that it is your birthright to reclaim pleasure. And no woman, no little girl ever deserves to feel unsafe in her body. No little girl or woman ever deserves to have to fake an orgasm or stay disconnected from her body. 67% actually, according to the Journal of Research, a reminder, they actually say 67% of women reported faking an orgasm. I don't know about you, but I'm going to guess it's probably 100%. So if you want to be brave and write F in the chat for faked an orgasm, fuck faking an orgasm, woo, then go ahead and put F in the chat. And I want to let you know there's F coming in. You are not alone. And who's ready to hear the 3 myths that I'd love to share with you? Give me some sparkles if you're ready for that. All right, sweet. Woo! So the number 1 myth and lie that we've been told is that sex actually needs a partner. I don't know about you, but I was waiting around for that partner, and I finally realized I needed to have solo sex. And I'm going to tell you, whether you are single or in a partner, you absolutely need solo sex. If you're in a partnership, that's going to help you have better sex with your partner because you'll be able to guide your partner without shame to what turns you on. And if you don't have a partner, that power is actually going to help you attract a partner as well. But I'll go into more of that. And that's something more in our pleasure program that I teach the women about that. And I want to share with you one word in our pleasure program. So let me just say solo sex. Give me some sparkles if you're up for solo sex, even if it kind of terrifies you, even if you've never touched yourself before. Yeah, awesome. So one of the words that I teach in our pleasure program is yoni. Yoni is Sanskrit for female genitals. It means sacred passage, cave of wonder. How many of you, give me sparkles. I want to actually guide you in a very quick practice right now. Give me some sparkles if you would like to learn a practice that I teach the women in our pleasure program. All right, take one hand, put it on your heart, take the other hand and put it on your yoni if you feel called to do that. And if not, vicariously enjoyed it through the rest of us here. This is a practice that I recommend you do with your whole body, but in particular with your yoni. It's Ho'oponopono, and probably most of you know it here, but I bet you haven't done it with your yoni. So I want you to say to your yoni out loud, if you're in a situation where you can do that, I love you. And let her feel like I love you. And then I want you to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for the times I was disconnected from you, or whatever you want to say. Please forgive me, ... You fill in the blank. Please forgive me when I let you have dissatisfying sex. And then say thank you. And in our pleasure program, I encourage you to do that regularly. And you do it over and over and over with your yoni until you feel clear and you feel connected to her. And it's not a one-time thing. All right. So give me some sparkles if that supported you in any way. And if you're up for practicing and loving up your yoni and learning some solo sex. All right. I saw about 4 of you. I'd like to see all of you. If you would like to have more connection to your yoni, give me some sparkles. There we go. Now I'm seeing some sparkles. All right, excellent. So who would like to know the number 2 myth that we've been told? Give me a 2. If you would like to know the number 2 myth. Some peace signs there, sister. I'm waiting. Oh, I'm seeing it in the chat. Okay, awesome. So the number 2 myth is that as you age as a woman, that your sex drive and your libido is going to crash and disappear. That is a complete lie. This is actually the most powerful, potent time for you as a woman You are not bleeding anymore. No blood loss. You're not losing energy to blood. So when you start to connect with your yoni, and it's going to take time in our pleasure programs, it's 12 months. Okay. It's not instant because we've had decades of programming that have disconnected us. But when you start connecting with your yoni, you're going to have access to the most fucking infinite sexual life force energy power. You are a powerhouse. This is when women write books, do amazing talks, do incredible things. This is when the world needs you. So, power. Your power is in menopause. So those of you who are younger, you can look forward to it. All right. Who would like to know the third myth and lie that we've been told? Give me a 3 in the chat. Or show me your fingers, whichever works for you. Awesome. So the number 3 myth that we've been told is that pleasure is sinful. Sex is sinful. Now, some of you might be going, oh, no, I don't believe that. But I'm going to tell you, you do in your subconscious mind, because your beliefs come to you when you are in utero to 7 years old. And even if you didn't grow up in a Catholic church and religious, I promise you, because every single woman the last 17 years that has come to me, no pun intended, but pun taken, has had shame in some form around her body, around sexuality. If you're not comfortable, if I knocked on your door and opened the door and you were masturbating, you probably got some shame around it. It should be something we can celebrate. Like, hey, I had an orgasm this morning, right? That should be like, woohoo, how's your orgasm going? We want bowel movements, orgasm. We want to be healthy. It should be something we can celebrate and say, hey, girlfriend, how's your orgasm going? And if you can't say that, you probably got a little bit of shame there. And no shame to you for that. It's because it was programmed into you. All right. So I'm going to tell you here today that it's not only not sinful, but it's actually vital, because your vital organs are actually, and I'm just going to show you my model here. This is the model of a vulva on the outside, and this beautiful silver part here. Can you see it? Give me some thumbs up if you can see that. That is the clitoris. That's like the tip of the orgasm. There's the part of her that's hiding, the tip of the clitoris. That's the part of the clitoris that's hiding. And we go into that in our pleasure program, great depth. When you are stroking and touching and giving pleasure to your clitoris, that's actually nourishing your kidneys and your master glands, your vital organs in your brain. So if you're embarrassed to say you're self-pleasuring, you can go say to somebody, I'm going to go and nourish my master glands in my brain and my kidneys. So let me just recap those. And I want to know which of those is like the most important to you right now. So number 1, solo sex. Number 2, accessing your power as you age. Number 3, that it's vital. It's so vital. Pleasure is actually vital. It is not dessert. It is not an extra. And then getting to know your yoni. So 1, 2, or 3. I'm seeing all three. Number 3. Awesome. The Dalai Lama said, Western women are going to change the world. I would say, dare to say, that it's going to be sexually satisfied, multi-orgasmic women who are having solo sex, who are on purpose, fulfilled in their lives. They are the women who are going to change the world. And I know that that's you. If you are here, you have gifts to give. And the way you're going to give them is by tapped in, turned on, and connected to your yoni, because that's where your power is. And I love each of you. And I hope that you're inspired to connect with your yoni and start having solo sex.
Woohoo! Unmute everybody. Give her
Cool.
Yeah, that's
Good.
awesome.
Vireo, that was great. Thank you.
awesome, Vireo.
Do you have a
Amazing.
gift
Thank
box?
you. Woman.
Well done.
Power.
Feel my yoni.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Leonie thanks you.
Thank you.
I just heard somebody say my yoni.
My yoni, thank
Yeah.
you. Love it.
I
I
love it.
love my
I love
yoni.
it.
That's awesome.
Let's give Vireo our best. Just like she said.
Ah.
You have a free gift for us, Vireo?
Oh, yes, I got so excited that I forgot.
And look at, they're asking
Yes.
for it. They're like, give it to us here. That's where you want people to be, right? And they're ready.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. You're asking. I love it. So yeah, my free gift for you. Oh, just let me breathe into that. That's so funny. I have to just breathe into that for a moment. Let's just breathe together.
Ah, don't
My
make
free gift for you is Shame Buster. This is a program that's 7 steps that I use in our pleasure program, and you get it. It's a 13-page document that literally I am holding your hand and walking you through the steps so that if you, whether you've got body hatred or disconnect from your body, that, or maybe you already love your body, but you'd like to love all of it. It's going to take you from wherever you are. I'm going to be holding your hand, walking you through the 7 steps to transform your mindset so you can actually own your pleasure, your body as vital, as healthy.
Thank you, Vireo. I'm excited for that Shame Buster. Everybody go ahead and grab it right now. It's a free guide, and Vireo gives so much in that Shame Buster guide. So go ahead and grab that right now.
And
Vireo,
I forgot the last part of it, the name. So
Go
it's
for it.
Shame Buster. This is your guide so that any woman can increase her confidence naked, body naked in front of the mirror, right? So this is so you can have naked body confidence.
Wow. We need, like, this work is so needed, Vireo. Even I could see it and feel it in the group as they're watching and listening. Like, everybody's still a little bit like, is it okay that we're talking about this? She just told me to put my hand on my yoni in public. And it's just like, how many of you find that it's just healing to be in the conversation? Raise 2 hands up if you feel like that. It's just like, thank you, Vireo. It's incredible. And like, you are so spunky and sparky and sexy and fun. And it's like, you're the embodiment of your work. Do y'all feel that? Nod your heads if you feel that. It's so beautiful. And it's just like, oh, I love that you call our yoni her. Like, it's not just like, oh, it's a body part, but you're just like, love her and give her the open, how do you pronounce that? Give that to,
Ho'oponopono.
thank you. Like, you're giving that to her. It is so beautiful. And I'm so glad that you did the work that you do. You know what? One of my favorite ones was like that you step into your power and it's more sexy time as you age, because I'm on that menopause transition and I'm like, what's gonna happen? Vireo, help me. So I'm so glad that you said that. What would you say to any woman who's still maybe in the feeling of, I don't know, that might be good for Vireo, but I don't know if
Yeah.
this works for me. What would you say to her?
I'd say that's a fucking lie, first of all. And I was so disconnected from my body when I was having that sexless marriage. No fault to that first husband. We were the blind leading the blind. I would have told you, if you would have asked me during that marriage, like, do I like sex? Do I want to continue sex? I would have said to you, you know what? It's sex is not for me. I would have literally said, I don't, there's women out there that love sex, but it's not me. I think I'm just not wired for sex. I don't think sex is for me. But I started to drag that husband and read the books and go to things. And what happened was I was like, my yoni probably started to wake up and say, oh, wait a minute. There's got to be more to this. There's got to be truth in what I'm witnessing in some of these other women. And I wanted what they were having too, but there was nobody that was a role model. There was nobody that was like really living it and embodying it. And I was like, oh, well, maybe that gets to be me.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, it's not been an easy journey. I've been called the S word and the W word and have still navigating lots with my own family. So I'm going to tell you right away, when you get multi-orgasmic, not everybody's going to love you right away. I actually had a person who I will not name that said, you are making all of us feel uncomfortable right now, Vireo. You are way too happy and joyous. Mm-hmm. So I could have been angry and upset with that person, but instead I realized that person is not having orgasm and is actually so disconnected from her body. She's what I used to be, just maybe without the judgment. And so I was able to just like, you know what? I'm going to hold a space for her to find her own orgasm, to find her own connection to her own body. Because I knew that as she's got one finger pointed at me saying, who the fuck do you think you are to be multi-orgasmic, living naked and going and skinny dipping and having your work and doing what you want and not having to die in a day job? But I realized she had three fingers that were pointed towards herself. So when people are shaking their finger at you, they got three to themselves. And Don Miguel says, don't take it personal. So I'm going to tell you, the more I step into more of Vireo, and today was next level story that I stepped into, there's going to be people that are going to love me, and there's going to even be more haters. But the haters are the people that actually most need what I have. And so I could dim my light and play small around them, or I could shine it even brighter so that they can find their path.
Yes. How many of you want to make sure Vireo shines brighter? Put B in the comments for brighter, bolder, sexier, like all the things. It's like, yes, but this is what you just said, Vireo, is why we need communities like this of women who will go, ooh, it makes me uncomfortable. Let me get conscious about that and go, oh, Vireo, like this, your work is needed. Like, let's lift you up. I love what you do. I love what you're bringing. I think it's fantastic. And I'm so glad that you have the courage to stand for every single woman having more pleasure in her life. Like, it's freaking amazing. You also have, speaking of more pleasure, more and more pleasure, do you have a VIP bonus for our VIPs as well?
Hell yeah. I have, it is a 9-week, right now it's called Pleasure Power Program. It is in process. I've been adding to it. It's a 9-week pleasure program, which you get a taste of working with me. You are going to get every single week, you are going to get 11 pleasure pauses. Now, these aren't just any random list. These are things that I have gifted myself over the last 17 years to get to a place where I can own and embody pleasure. Okay. So they're not random things. These are things that I actually did to become Vireo. Okay. So every week you're going to get, you print off the page. And then I'm also going to be sending you some videos that walk you through some of the stuff that's going to come up. Okay. Because the reality is you're kind of opening Pandora's box. So things are going to come up. Okay. Yeah. And I'm there going to be there to support you with videos that I'm putting together at this time. So you get fresh, alive me in this moment, creating for you.
So beautiful. A 9-week pleasure program. What's the value of that?
Well, you and I figured it's like $600. So
What?
probably
That's
priceless,
incredible.
but at least 600 to start to reclaim your birthright to pleasure.
Yeah. A 9-week pleasure program, everybody. That and all of the other VIP bonuses. And we're keeping it so accessible. We could easily charge $300 for this event and all of it for you to have all these bonuses, but we're making it accessible at $47. So you get Vireo's 9-week pleasure program for just $47. The link is in the chat right this very second. If for some reason somehow you're not yet VIP, grab that and you get Vireo's pleasure program. Plus, we're going to gather all the VIP bonuses for you, plus all the speaker gifts for you, plus all the replays and recordings, all the videos and the audios in one place for you to have for life. So we're going to support you. You become part of the Women's Spirit Inner Circle when you do this VIP. And we're giving to charity as well. Like, there's just so much goodness about it. So go ahead and grab that VIP. And Vireo, what do you want to leave everybody off here? Final word of inspiration.
Don't waste another moment of your life. I wasted decades. I'm 62 years young and I missed out on a lot of my life. And now I'm getting drunk on the sweetness of life, on the nectar of life, of pleasure. Don't wait. Don't wait till you're another second older. Just, if you haven't already grabbed my gift, grab my gift and get started. Put your name and phone number, your name and email. Give me your phone number too, and put it in there. And yeah, just don't waste another moment, because if you're gonna wait for people to approve of you and like you, it's never gonna happen. You gotta, just like Marissa said, you gotta give yourself the worth. Like, you are worth having. What if at the end of every day, you could be so content that you drank up all the sweetness, all the joy, all the laughter, all the pleasure, felt everything, including the pain, feel it all, have it all. Don't go to bed feeling like you regretted something. You didn't live fully. Live fully.
Vireo, you are so incredible and so inspiring. Everybody unmute yourselves and give her one last round of angel voices.
Thank you, Vireo.
So much.
Vireo.
Impossible.
Thank
So
you.
sweet.
Vireo,
You
go,
rock.
Thank you,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Thank
much.
you.
You're awesome.
So beautiful. Vireo, our pleasure coach. How many of you feel inspired right now? Just fingers doing the sparkle, doing the good thing. That was so powerful. Like the inspiration, like don't waste another minute of your precious, pleasurable, possible life. Incredible. What do you all see in Vireo that you just think is the most wonderful thing? Just pop it in the chat. Let's give another little round of like, oh, I see this quality in Vireo. I see courage, joy, zest. I know, right? It's just like she's the living example at 62 that we can all have sexy, pleasurable, like fun, full lives. Thanks, Vireo. I love it. I'm gonna follow you wherever you go. Freedom, courage, self-esteem, which is what's interesting is what we were just talking about with Marissa. There's so many pathways to reclaim who you are. Primal and divine feminine, freedom and joy. Now, what's your one takeaway, everybody? And I will put this on there. What's your one takeaway? And maybe it's an action step that you can bring to your own self. And I'm going to get honest here. The chat's not going anywhere. It's sacred space over here. What's your one action step that you're going to do? Honey says, try it. I love it. Honey is bold enough to start us all off. She's like, I'm going to try it. Everybody's real quiet in the chat right now. What's your one action step? Get bold. Josie says, love my and Yoni in big words. Michelle says, daily pleasure practices made longer, increase self-pleasure. How's your orgasm going? Pleasure's my birthright. Experiments. Like, this is so beautiful. So your action steps are happening. Continue to connect with Vireo in this incredible community as you reconnect with yourself and your pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the naked truth.